Inheritance. What have you done with your inheritance? I'm Dr. Michelle Beadle Holder, and I'm going to share a story of how I almost squandered mine. My parents, Michael and Clover, they didn't have much in terms of wealth, but they passed on something to me that was quite valuable, something that I almost threw away and I didn't really recognize. This is what I call my kitchen inheritance. It's the recipes that are passed on, the stories, the memories, the feelings. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. But it's something that could last forever. That's me and my dad. I was 4 years old, and my dad was the first one to bring me into the kitchen and say, "Come, let me teach you." He thought that if he taught me, that I would one day be able to feed my kids and husband. And he taught me many dishes. One of my favorite is Jamaican rice and peas. This dish takes almost 2 days to prepare if you're making it from scratch. And it goes with many different sides, like oxtail, or jerk chicken, fried chicken, steamed fish, curry goat, and of course some vegetables. I love it, it's delicious. And of course, my mom, that's me, I was about 8, and my mom, she passed on recipes as well. And she would call me into the kitchen, not with a dish to prepare, but with stories. Stories of my great-grandparents and the things that they did in life. But my mom had one key intention. She wanted to make sure that diseases that were in our family was not inherited or passed on. And so she taught me stories about her life, struggles that she had with her health, struggles like hypertension, diabetes, heart disease over the course of her life. And so all the recipes that she had learned as a young girl, like ackee and saltfish, Jamaica's national dish, she wanted to make sure that it was low sodium. So that was my inheritance. And if I've had this great inheritance, why would I want to throw it away? Why would I want to throw away the stories, the memories, the feelings, the good or not so good? And that's because I associated cooking with feelings of burdens and loss. Burdens because when my dad called me into the kitchen and said, "Let me teach you how to cook," I really didn't want to be there. He said, "Let me teach you how to cook to take care of your family, your husband and kids, some future ones." I was like, "I'm going to marry a chef, thank you." I didn't want to learn how to cook. I was going to be a career woman, eventually becoming a judge. And when my mom said, "Let's reduce the salt," I didn't want to eat less salt. I love salt. Any kind of salt, I love it. And so I wanted to get rid of the information that she was teaching me on how to stay healthy. But my grandmother was the one who was able to teach me how to reclaim my inheritance, to reclaim it in a way that was empowering for me, in a way that I valued. So when I'm in my own kitchen, I think about the flavors that I can create to make low-sodium dishes more delicious, or the information that I could learn because I value education, or the bonding that I can have with my nephew, making Aunt Mimi's pancakes with sprinkles. It's not so healthy, but he loves it. Or sharing the knowledge I have with kids that aren't related to me, how to make healthy foods or decadent foods, to make it fun, to pass on the knowledge that was given to me. So I'm asking you, what's your inheritance? What are the things that have been passed on to you in the kitchen? It doesn't necessarily have to be recipes, but it could be stories. It could be a sense of feeling, like a bonding that you have with someone like a grandma, an aunt, a mom, or a dad. And to think about what are the inheritances you're going to pass on to people that are close to you. This is a season of Thanksgiving, so thank you for listening to my story.